Stuff with Guilty Gear that makes me think too much. Like, how the hell is Zepp even able to stay in the air as a country? And it makes me think, how much energy are they just using in resources? And how much would it even take to get in the air? First problem is probably just getting the scope of size of the imperial nation, independent nation of Zepp entirely, because you only really ever get like the one or two images, the one from Exard and the one from Guilty Gear Izuka, which doesn't give us a lot of reference to go off of. It definitely gives us somewhat of a ruler to, I guess you would say, pixel scale a little, but I can at least get a measurement, at least based off of like population density, and like the max population we've at least been established is about 150,000 people, like currently on Zepp, and I guess using like the highest pop density population of like out of country, like Bangladesh, for lore accurate purposes, you pretty much just grab the Bangladesh's like 1,269 people per kilometer squared. You get Zepp at least around 118.20 kilometers squared. Barely as big as the Christmas Islands. Making the measurements and dimensions with this area, I get at least, pixel scale, at least, two big pyramids. And then pretty much get about 210,000 and 296.5 kilometers cubed, and other one at 170,000 and 0.2 kilometers cubed, making the whole total at least 377,296.8 kilometers cubed. Using steel density, that's at least a big gargantuan whopping 3 quintillion in 18 quadrillion, 374 trillion 472 billion kilograms, or at least 3 quadrillion in 18 trillion 374 billion 472 million tons of pure fucking metal. Maybe 10% less if we're, using aluminum being used in there somewhere to lighten the load. But this is all, dry weight, which is gonna increase either way. Especially if we start adding, all the necessities like, the people, the water, equipment. This is just dry weight. And even at 10% less, that's eating for at least, 2,716,536.023 times Earth's annual production. That's close to 3 million years of fucking production. 3 million years! I should mind you, this ship was built around, it took until 2073 to finish. By the time magic was already fully forged and adopted by 2010 in the Guilty Gear universe. Like, that's insane. But it gets worse once we start getting into the energy need to get Zepp in the air. Which, that'd be mass times gravity. You have, the Earth, which be, 29 sextillion, 580 quintillion, 70 quadrillion newtons worth of force just to get that bad boy up in the air. Or, at least convert that into meters, that's at least a 295 sextillion, 8 quintillions, 700 quadrillion fucking joules. Or at least a good 82 quintillion, 166 quadrillion, 861 trillion, 111 billion, 111 million, 330 watts per hour. And since kerosene rocket fuel, assuming we're just going off of the rocket method, is about 43 megajoules per kilogram, and just to get this bad boy in the air for an hour, yeah, you're looking at about 6 quadrillion, 879 trillion, 86 billion, 46 million, 511,599 kilograms of fuel, or about 50 trillion, 581 billion, 395 million, 496,536 barrels of oil. And with Brent oil fuel prices, that's looking at a steep bill of about 5 quadrillion, 191 trillion, 976 billion, 756 billion, 945,399 USD on fuel prices alone just to get this in the air per hour. And it's been hovering like that for well over 118 years and still going on top of that in the Guilty Gear universe. And you're looking at the bill and the fuel being burnt at a staggering 52 quintillion, 101 quadrillion, 162 trillion, 914 billion, 496 million barrels of oil burnt into the atmosphere. And, ooh, buddy, that bill of 5 sextillion, 575 quintillion, 317 quadrillion, 147 trillion, 243 billion, 502 million dollars just to keep Zepp up for that entire goddamn time. And the global wealth of the whole world right now is about $9 trillion. Zepp could buy the entire goddamn fucking Earth's economy so many goddamn times over. It would make the goddamn head spin that you just start hating numbers already. With like Zepp could just buy the whole fucking world at this point. But oof. Even if we went nuclear, which, more energy efficient, here's the problem. Here's the problem. if we went nuclear, it would still take at least 82,161,111 advanced reactor cores. Which, that's 5.3 billion per reactor, stacking up, a few hundred, 455 quintillion, 484 quadrillion, 363 trillion, 888 billion, 889,980,387 just for the building, just getting that many reactors. But here's the thing: it keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse because we haven't even factored in, the amount of cost it's going to take to even get water or to fuel any of these reactors, because reactor cores need water for cooling. This whole damn thing's going to need water for cooling either way, so let's add that up. Even before the jet fuel one, you're looking at a bit of you're gonna need at least 55 quadrillion, 51 trillion, 796 billion, 944 million, 443,998 gallons of water. And an arbitrary, $3 a gallon, because, let's be honest, Zepp is in the fucking air. And, let's be honest, the water cost would probably be way higher than $3 per gallon. And unless they have, a very advanced fucking dragging-ass hose system that's just slugging and glucking up the fucking water out of the Indian Ocean, which, let's be honest, the water would probably fucking boil if you tried making a fucking hose tube like that to suck up that type of water. Which, slapping a, big old water bill about 165 quadrillion, 155 trillion, 390 billion, 833 million, 29,959 bill on top of that. Because extracting cloud water is not going to be efficient either. There's not that much fucking water in clouds. Either way, Zepp is a monstrous fucking powerhouse of a country that devours the earth more than any dictatorship regime could ever do in any fucking fictional universe. Even ones that probably devour planets, because you're just devouring fucking planets, but nobody here is really thinking about how much does it cost to actually do any of this shit. And this is just for one country in the air. I'm not even gonna get into any of the natural weather disasters that Zepp would definitely cause. Zepp either way is probably whipping their own hurricanes and fucking tornadoes just trying to keep this entire country in the air. Which, not to mention also just potentially punching a hole in the ozone layer if we're going with like the whole jet engine fuel route. Like, again, they're gonna punch a hole crazy into the atmosphere. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Zepp. Besides, let's be honest, they're probably the actual real villains of fucking Guilty Gear. Not whatever the fuck's going on with fucking Strive. But until then, see you guys later. When Guilty Gear eggs are red free.